Hi guys, I'm back. So can anybody hear me this time? Okay, thanks. Okay, so sorry about that. I was having some trouble since I'm using a new device, since I wanted to record over here in the kitchen. Yay, it works now. Okay, so what I was telling you guys is that I'm making food for the animals. So once a week, like, I try to put all the meals together, and that makes it a lot easier for me to feed everybody on a daily basis. So I'm going to be making like chop for the parrots, the puppies. I'm going to make some stuff for the smaller animals, and then like the stuff for Petunia, all of that. So I try to get all of that done. We'll see how much I can get done right now. And hello, everybody. Okay, so right now I'm cutting up, this way, some green bell pepper. And that's for the small animals. So it's like the sugar gliders. I have one rat still, my gerbils. And then sometimes the hedgehogs, I'll give them some of this, but they don't eat too many vegetables. So it's maybe like a couple of times a week that they get it. I decided to feed my birds chop instead of seeds because it's much healthier for them. Seeds is a lot of calories, and it would just make companion parrots fat. Because in the wild, they burn a lot of calories, but in captivity, even with exercise and all of that, they're just going to get fat off of seeds. And so changing their diet is really important to keeping them healthy. Yes, that's actually, yeah, all three. Let's see. So there's the rabbit, this horse one, and that one over there as well. Yeah, they're all my paintings. Just the rabbit is actually a real painting. The other two are prints of my paintings. Because the one with the horse is actually really big. It's a lot bigger than that. Oh yeah, mice are super cool. I've owned like the fancy mice, and I've also owned Egyptian spiny back mice, and those were really neat. Does freezing chop make it less healthy? It doesn't make it less healthy. That's perfectly fine, but it makes it less appealing, and my parrots won't eat frozen chop. But sometimes people do that, and their birds are fine with it, but maybe mine are just spoiled. They look amazing. Thank you. What do you do with chop to keep it fresh? Just keep it in the refrigerator. That's about it. Mine lasts about 8 days, depending on, of course, what I used. So I cut up this bell pepper because I wanted to give Barry the inside of it. He loves the inside part of the bell peppers with all the seeds. And then I also need to get some bags to get Petunia's food ready. Do I have to shear my llamas and alpacas? You have to shear llamas and alpacas no matter where you live. So even if you live in Canada, you have to shear them once a year. So yeah, I definitely have to shear mine. And they get sheared once a year. They just got sheared at the beginning of May. So just a few weeks ago. They still look kind of naked. Okay, so I got the bags for Petunia. I'm going to try to prepare hers. Let's see, what did I miss? I don't know if it's annoying or good. Well, if there's not a lot of people here, you can ask as many questions as you want. It is kind of early in the day, so most people are probably still at school if you haven't gotten out for the summer. Jar isn't a bioactive tank, but Regal isn't. Yes. The reason is because Regal isn't like your average bearded dragon. Without like my care, he'd probably die like of starvation or something. So I keep him in a different type of environment to what's more suited to him. Jar is like a wild bearded dragon for real. And she gets a bioactive tank because she's just going to be more capable. If you see my bioactive videos, I always say don't put a reptile in a bioactive tank unless they are 100% healthy. Oh, okay, so the UK's out for school. That's cool. I don't have any baby alpacas right now other than like, you know, Camilo and Rose who were born last year. Still waiting. It's taking a really long time. I'm actually getting like a little annoyed of waiting for the alpacas to have their babies. They take so long that it's just like, why hasn't it happened yet? You like crested geckos and leopard geckos. Oh gosh, the zipper came off. Which is cheaper to care for in your opinion? I don't know. They're kind of the same. I would say they're almost the exact same. I bet Rebecca from Leopard Gecko would know. I bet she would have a good idea of that. I mean, I do have one leopard gecko and two crested geckos, but they're really like the exact same because they're both in bioactive tanks that are kind of cost the same. They get, you know, their insects. The leopard gecko eats more insects, and because the crested geckos also get their other stuff. But yeah, just they do feel like basically the exact same. Would it be okay if I left for 6 hours while I'm in school? Left a sorry, Paige, what are you talking about? What do you want to leave for 6 hours? Yes, I would recommend a regular. This storage bag isn't gonna work. The zipper came off. Yeah, but for a bearded dragon that's completely healthy, a bioactive tank is awesome. Do you want to breed any animals again? Well, I breed my alpacas. That's I have a breeding program for alpacas. Other animals, I don't think there's anything I like, you know, want to breed. The corgis I would breed, you know, way into the future, but that's like I wouldn't even have a female to breed too because Luna's fixed. And she was only gonna have one litter, but like, you know, 10 years from now, if I had corgis, I would breed them again. So that's like really far into the future. My corgi puppies are doing very good, thank you. Oh, thanks for becoming a fan. By the way, if you're on YouTube, I'm sorry, I should have said this earlier in the video. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'm on YouNow. So I can't see any of the comments on YouTube. If you guys want to ask me something, come over to YouNow, and I do my best to try to answer everybody. Is it okay to leave parrots alone for 6 hours until I come back home from school? That's not too long, really. I would just be concerned of like other, if you have like extracurricular activities, things like that, that might keep you away from them longer. It kind of depends too. I think cockatoos are pretty needy, but you can get other types of parrots that would be more okay with you being at school. How do you get chinchillas used to you? I think lots of treats. The way to their heart is through food. How do I manage with all my animals? How many do you have roughly now? I really kind of have about the same amount of animals as always. You know, some of my animals have short lifespans, so like I'm down to 1 rat. I don't think I really have too many more than before. I think like a couple more because I have more alpacas or like more dogs now. But I managed just fine. I really like having them, and it's just like it's not a big deal to me. Other people would have a hard time, but this is what I like, and that's what matters. I've had frogs before, but no, I've never had an axolotl. Oh, you're on the bus right now. Where are you going? Yeah, I would own a tarantula. They're really cool, but I'm not super interested in that, so it's not something that I've been like, oh, I want to get that. It's like they're cool, but I don't know. It just hasn't really sparked my interest, I guess. Are your birds really loud? Yeah, my birds are pretty loud. Some of them are pretty loud. Okay, now okay, so those were carrots that we were putting in Petunia's food. Now we're going to put some squash. I feed my guinea pigs pellets, besides just vegetables. You're coming home from school on the school bus. Oh, okay. How did I introduce Hank to the rabbits? Not really any introduction needed. I just put him out there, basically. They don't fight or anything. Oh, yeah, they are pretty civil together. Yeah, they don't fight at all. They do really good together. Oh, thank you for the avocado. So don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to YouNow so that I can see your comments. So I try to get Petunia's food out of the way first. My screen went dark. Hey, Jaime, could you bring me the charger for the computer, please?
The charger?
Yeah, please. Okay. How's my newest snake doing? Oh, thank you. Yes, he is pretty. He's doing really good. He is, he's eating like okay. I wish he was eating a little bit better, but at least he is eating a little bit. Not quite on a regular basis, but that's sometimes what can happen with a new snake. So we are getting there. But his personality is amazing. I love that. I've lost the comments. Thank you. My opinion on feeding cats and dogs vegan diet is, oh, that's so aggravating. It's such an upsetting topic because you shouldn't do it, and it really upsets me that some people want to do that because that's their life choice and they want to like make everyone else have that life choice too. Thank you. And I think people need to realize that you know, if you're human, you can make that choice for yourself. But if you're an animal and you naturally eat meat or insects or other animals, that's just the way it is. Like, you can't change that. And for cats, you'll definitely kill a cat putting it on a vegan diet. Any tips on green cheek conures? I have a care video all about green cheek conures, so go watch it because it's full of tons of information. Am I vegan? No, I'm not vegan. I'm not even vegetarian. I don't believe in a cruelty-free existence. Thank you for the likes, Wolf Girl. Oh, I forgot. I was going to try to put more light.
Well, let me get it.
Oh, I have to wrench.
Over there.
Okay, let's see. What comments did I miss? I work in a dog kennel, and I was shocked when an owner told me veggie diet for dogs. Cry or laugh? Yeah. Yeah, do you cry or do you laugh? And then if you could put them on that side.
The legs.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kit 10 Delia. I am making chop right now. See, I have a giant zucchini that I'm going to cut up for the animals. So I'm preparing food for the animals right now. Oh, I have a whole playlist on parrots, and you can get a lot of information from that. How to feed them, how to trim their nails. So yeah, I think that probably that would be a good place to look. Thank you, King of the Beasts. I have one betta fish right now in my 15-gallon. Service dogs for people with paranoia. I don't, you know, maybe I don't know too much about it, but I don't know what a dog would do for somebody that was paranoid. I don't see how a service dog would help that. Like, what could they actually do for that person? Okay, and that's it for the squash. Let's see what else I have. I think I have some tomatoes to add to Petunia's food. You know what YouNow needs to do? YouNow needs to make their app like able to be closed when you're watching somebody on YouNow. Because sometimes I need to go to other apps and stuff, and once I close YouNow, I can no longer listen to the person on YouNow. It closes the app. But like, you know, with YouTube, when you close YouTube but you can still hear it, that's what YouNow needs. In my blog on my website, I have information about what to feed bearded dragons. And so there's a whole list. How do service dogs help people with anxiety out of curiosity? So the way that they help people with anxiety is they actually can sense their anxiety. Like, you smell a certain way when you're anxious. So they help you get distracted from your anxiety. They can bring you medication. For panic attacks and stuff, they can actually alert you that you're going to have a panic attack before it happens. Or if you have a panic attack already, then they can help you like get stabilized. Sometimes it makes you shaky, weak. They can help you with like mobility. They can also help you with pressure points, things like that. So there's a lot of things that they can physically do to relieve your anxiety. Yes, YouNow does need that. Yeah, service dogs are pretty amazing. Hi, Katerina. Hi, Sydney. Sydney, I'm actually making food for the animals right now. I'm preparing all of their meals for the week. What other animals can be service animals? Horses, miniature horses can be service animals, and that's pretty much the end of the list. It can also depend on the state, but really there's no states that allow other animals. I do have chickens and peacocks. What age do you need to be to get a rabbit? That's a funny question. That question makes me laugh. I'll tell you why right now. Okay, you're going to get to watch me cut these corn, and it's ridiculous. I have such a hard time. I really struggle. Okay, so I said that it was a funny question about how old you have to be to get a rabbit, because I personally think that rabbits make great pets for kids. And so I get a lot of hate for that. And the funniest part about it to me is that I get a lot of hate from kid YouTubers that have pet rabbits. Like, whenever I do videos about kids or, like best, worst pets for kids, it's anybody that's, under the age of 18 is a kid. So, that's your 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds, whatever. I think that it's more important maturity than actual age. And so there's some kid YouTubers that make a lot of rabbit videos, and I think they, make great videos. They probably put out a lot of good information, from what I've seen a little bit of. But then they sit there and argue that kids can't have rabbits while they have rabbits. I don't understand that. I'm trying to cut these corns. It's horrible. I got it. Thank you. My opinion on keeping pet toucans. I don't know too much about toucans, to be honest, so I feel like I can't have an opinion on that. If I knew more about them, then I could, give you an opinion. My computer's like, restart for an update. No! I don't want to restart for an update. Okay. What did I miss? What do I feed them? During the summer, I feed my peacocks and chickens and all of that just chicken scratch because we have a farm, so there's a lot for them to go around and eat during the winter. I feed a more high protein, like game bird type of feed. Yeah, a lot of kids have pet rabbits and they take great care of them. You know, statistically more adults abuse animals than kids, so maybe it's them who shouldn't have pets. My dog is training to be a therapy dog. Oh, that's awesome. Where are you guys going to volunteer? That's going to be really cool. The chunks of food you feed the parrots just really depends on what works for your birds. For my birds, small pieces, like really small pieces, work the best. But you don't have to make them that small. Like some people make their chop like in giant chunks, like, you know, mine looks like salsa, and then some people's looks like pico de gallo, if that makes sense. I almost forgot I have to make one of these bags for the prairie dogs. Gotta make them one. But I have bunnies. Yeah, a ton of my younger subscribers have pet rabbits. And I think you can get whatever pet you want as long as you're going to take care of it. I made a video, The Worst Pets for Kids, but it's really just pets that they would struggle with more. Some people are perfectly fine with them, but like, for example, one of the animals is fish. Fish are hard to take care of. Some people think that, you know, you just throw them in water and that's it. And there's a lot to caring for fish. Oh, okay, you're not sure yet where you're going to volunteer? I'm going to have to turn on the, what do you call it, the food processor in a minute. That gets loud. That's how I do the parrot chop, though. Makes it go much quicker. Someone online actually suggested I get it, and so I finally did. And the first time I used it, I was like so upset over it because I'm too much of a control freak. But I figured out how to use it now, and I'm getting used to it. I've had it for like 6 months now, I think, so I really like it. I have 2 fish tanks. I'm struggling with these pieces of corn. My opinion on cohabbing leopard geckos. I think it just depends on the animal. I've seen where people keep 2 females together and they do well. But it just really depends on the animal. Like, I cohab 2 male crested geckos and everybody loses their mind over it, but it has worked very well for me because the first crested gecko I had was really failing to thrive. And I had read that people were saying they thought crested geckos were actually more social than what most people think. So I decided to give it a try, and you know what? It worked out amazing. There was a huge difference in his behavior. My grandma's 86 and she has a hamster. That's so cool. I don't have a seahorse. That's pretty cool that you're getting one. Let's see. I have I have a cockatoo, 2 conures, a cockatiel, 3 parakeets, 3 canaries. Those are the ones that all live, you know, in the house, and then I have a lot of birds outside. This got messy. Here's my paper towel. Okay, I'm gonna put some carrots in for the prairie dog. I was thinking of putting bell pepper, but the prairie dogs don't like bell pepper, so I'm not gonna bother. What was my first job? Like real employment where you pay taxes, or just any job? Because if it was just any job, I guess my first job was training horses. I was halter breaking, like real young horses, baby horses. But I was 12, so it wasn't like a, I guess, legal job. You can make food for your birds the night before. Just keep it in the refrigerator, though. Don't put it outside. Where do I keep my pets? I keep most of my small animals in my art studio, and then I have animals outside too. Like alpacas, llamas, all those have to live outside, but all my like reptiles are in my pet room. What's one pet I'll never get? I don't know. Maybe like a millipede or something. I think those are so weird. I don't think I would get that. Oh, hi, Michelle. Yay, you're here. I'm sorry if I've missed your guys' comments. My fingers are starting to get really sticky, so I don't want to like touch the computer. But just type it in again if I didn't answer you. Oh, you're working right now. Well, thanks for coming to say hi. Katerina, one of my horses is a BLM Mustang, so she was actually wild. That's where we got her. With you on the millipede thing? Yeah, they're just weird. I just think they're so weird. I'm like, I don't want that. Thank you for the applause. Sorry, I'm back. I'm looking for my quinoa. I can't find my quinoa. Sometimes the cleaning lady moves stuff and then I don't know where anything is here. Oh my gosh, yes, Michelle. I saw that like a few days ago, and then I just with everything I kind of forgot about it, but I thought your hair looks so cool. I wanted to tell you. So I've actually been waiting to see you to say that your hair looks amazing. What did you use? Splat? Oh, okay, that's cool. Are there problems with renting doves for wedding photos? That's like something that some people don't like. Because they say they get lost, but if you're doing it from somebody who has homing pigeons, then I think it's fine. It's like part of like their whole thing. Like they need the exercise and all of that, and they go back. I don't have a problem with that, but that's me. Look, I found it. Okay, I found the quinoa. And let's see if this. I need to cook this really quick. Get it going while I'm cooking vegetables. This is for the parrots. Yes, I do have a farm, crazy family. My electricity bill? I think my electricity bill is just high because I live in the desert and it's so freaking hot here. I help so much. Thank you. No, I don't sell the chicken eggs. Just keep them for family. Yes, I do live in Texas. Bye, Michelle. Hopefully we can talk more later. Oh, you live in Texas? That's cool. Is that what you meant? So do I? I think that's what you're saying. Oh, okay, yes. How do I get my hair so pink? I use Overtone. The one I use is Extreme Pink. Extreme. I'm not vegan. My favorite non-domestic animal is wolves and elephants. Those two. No, alpacas don't shed. You have to shave them. It's called shear, actually. Shear them. What do you do if a pet... What would you do if a pet hated you? I don't think it'd matter. I think that's still just, you know, I feel like one of my dwarf hamsters I had when I first started my channel, I feel like he hated me. But it wasn't a big deal. This is what I get for stopping and buying some bags at the dollar store. They won't zip. My opinion on pet hair dye. It seems so weird to me. Like, I know that sometimes people say, oh, well, I got this done at the pet groomers. It's safe, blah, blah, blah. I feel weird about it. Like, I just don't think that you should do that to your pets. Like, one time, Rowan got into the shower and stepped in a like small spot where some of my pink color had fallen on, and his foot was pink, and I felt so horrible about it. And you know, I washed off after a couple days, but yeah, I would never purposely go and get my dog colored. And I'm not sure what they're using is safe. I get asked all the time if I dye berry. Oh, congratulations on your rabbit. Your 10-week-old hedgehog won't eat bugs. Have you tried the ones in the can from Exotic Nutrition? They sell canned bugs, and he might want those. At that age, some of them are a little picky, and they like don't want to eat the bugs. Well, if you're gonna get a green cheek conure and you're gonna name it Ari, you better go with the turquoise because that's the color Ari is. Let's see, what else do I need to cut? I'm done with those. Now I can go back to the animal chop. Oh, and I need a container for the bearded dragon food. Do I have merch? I have merch on my website. It's mjhappytales.com. Yes, I'm a huge Marvel fan. My reaction to Infinity Wars. I don't even want to talk about that. An emotional wreck for weeks. Yes, it was so bad. Is Fire Lily your blog channel or a personal account? Fire Lily is my other channel. It's everything that I make, like all the videos I make that are not about animals. So travel vlogs, gaming videos. I'm an emissary for Bless Online, so I'm actually going to be uploading a lot of Bless Online content there. That's an MMORPG. Are you voicing something in the game? No, I'm basically supposed to create content for them, stream the game. I won't be doing any, like, voicing. They already got those recorded. I'm just supposed to live stream the game when I play, upload videos, do stuff like that. So he walks away from the canned ones? Oh man, he's just picky right now. He might grow out of it. How old are you, Sydney? You're asking about the hand feeding a bird. How old are you, and are you in school? Yeah, my husband likes all of my animals. And I feed my rabbits vegetables, hay, and pellets. Okay, to be honest, I don't think that you should be trying to hand feed a parrot. I'm not even sure you have the time to really, have a green cheek, but you really have to be there all the time to be hand feeding one. If I got another animal, what would it be? I don't know. Let's see, what animal would I want to get? I don't really have anything in mind. I've been wanting to get discus, but I'm still waiting to, have my tank ready to be able to do that. You're thinking about getting mice. That's cool. Mice are really cool. They're so cute. Okay, I'm going to put this through the food processor, so it's going to get loud. You have mice. That's cool. Oh, that sucks. Your mom's afraid of rodents. Your mom's afraid of... So you put your lock screen as a ball python? Oh, that's messed up. That's funny. That's pretty funny. What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you found my channel now. I need to look in the refrigerator and see what else I have. It's been a while since I went to the grocery store because a lot's happened over the last few days and I haven't been able to make the chop. So now I like forgot what I have. I have bean sprouts for the parrots. Oh, okay, I have a care video about crested geckos. I wonder if we lost any people from the live stream that I first started. It sucks because sometimes if you have to like restart them, I feel like people don't get the notifications. I had to restart it because there was no sound. And it seemed like it was YouNow because then when I started it up again, it was just fine. Is hydrogen peroxide safe for animals? Oh, thank you, Alyssa. Hydrogen peroxide, yeah, you can use it for animals for the wounds, but it kind of decreases the healing rate, and that's with humans too. So you don't really want to use stuff like that anymore unless it's something that's really bad that you know you really need to clean good. But just soap and water is better. Petunia's doing really good. She's outside. She has a little pool, and she gets really excited when we irrigate. You told your friend that Spider-Man got killed? Oh, and then he realized by Batman? That's funny. That's mean. Such a mean friend. So for the bearded dragon, so far I have zucchini and now shredded carrots. And some shredded carrots for the parrots. I got an orange bell pepper for the parrots, and Cairo's probably going to be upset that it's not a red bell pepper, but he's been eating a little bit too much of that. He picks it out and then sometimes doesn't eat the rest of his food. Well, like I said, Sydney, right now I'm preparing animal food, so that's what I'm going to be doing. You have a bearded dragon that loves her veggies. That's good. My bearded dragon loves apples. Bucky Barnes is a misunderstood cinnamon roll. Oh yeah, Paige. Catalia has those sugar gliders. They are absolutely beautiful. Catalia's sugar gliders are really amazing. I got some sugar gliders from her, but they were rescued sugar gliders, so they're just your standard colors. I mean, they're cute too, though. I like those, but her white sugar glider is amazing. It's like getting so hot in here. It says it's 75, but I feel really hot. You haven't tried apples yet. Yeah, they really like apples. Are rabbits rodents? No, they're actually not. Most people think they're rodents, but they actually have a whole separate classification group. Your bearded dragon loves dandelions. Where do you get them for him? Well, I've already been streaming for an hour. And a lot of you guys have kind of been here the whole time, haven't you? That's nice of you. Oh, thanks, Paige. That's nice of you. I wonder if this stream got... Oh, no. I can help you.
No, I got it.
I wonder if this stream got tweeted. It's supposed to, but I'm not sure if it did. Let's check Twitter. Somebody wrote to me, the pot called the kettle black. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, I know what it means figuratively, but I don't know how that related to what I said. Okay, it says that, yeah, it did tweet it. That's good. Wanted to make sure it tweeted it since it wasn't working that well. What kind of phone do I have? I have a Note something. A Note 8, I've been told. Have I ever done a collab with Jenny from Solid Gold Aquatics? No, I've never done, I've never actually talked to her. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to her. One of my bell peppers fell on the floor, and like that's like a black hole because that's where the corgis are, so it's gone. But no, I've never collaborated with her. But her videos seem pretty cool. I like that she, you know, does all those goldfish videos. Marina and the Diamonds, what is that? Oh, thank you for watching me every day. Oh, you grow them in your greenhouse? That's so cool. The food usually takes me like maybe like 2 hours, but I feel like it's taking a little longer today. But then I'm not really that. I'm like at least halfway through. Before I had the food processor, it took longer. Where can you get reptile safe cacti for my bearded dragon? Probably at a grocery store. I don't know, like, I guess it depends on where you live, because here you can just go to the grocery store and buy cactus. It's like totally normal because it's what people eat around here. But I guess that depends on where you are. Oh, do you mean to grow the cactus? Maybe at a nursery. I'd try there, like a privately owned smaller nursery, because they use a lot of bad stuff in like places like Home Depot and Lowe's. Got some cilantro for the parrots. Probably give some to the bearded dragons too. You want to work as a zoologist or something? That's really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can actually do if you want to work with animals. I would say start trying to volunteer now at like rescues and things like that, because a lot of those types of jobs are like opportunities that you get. Where is my other thing to cut this stuff? This. I need to put this. Trying to find a good job dealing with animals. Yeah, a lot of people think that the only job you could get is being a vet. And there's a lot of different types of jobs. You know, you could be the director at a humane society. That'd be a good job. You didn't know that people ate cactus? Yes, it's called nopales. I even have a video on my other channel on Fire Lily of how to make a salad with nopales. And then we even eat the roots of some of the cactuses. That's called yucca root. Okay, it's gonna get loud again. You love eating cactus. Oh, you got kicked in the ribs? That's terrible. This needs to be chopped more. Ooh, your bearded dragon got mites from a cactus from a flower store? That's terrible. Oh, okay, I'll have to look up Marina and the Diamonds. That sounds cool. English official term for cacti is cactus. What? Cactus? Am I saying that right? Instead of cactus, it's cactus? That's very, very weird. I actually include cactus in the chop for the parrots sometimes. And then I also feed the animals yucca root, but you have to be careful with that because that can be toxic. You had her treated for mites? Oh yeah, no, it still sucks. Even if you take care of it, like you don't want to go through that. Commander? Hold on, I'm gonna check this. Go over here to Google. Oh, it's a breed of dog. It's the Moppy dog. I call it the Moppy dog. That's so cool. That is a pretty cool looking breed of dog. Oh, you have an aloe vera plant for your pets. That's really cool. Yeah, aloe vera is great for a lot of things. A Hungarian sheepdog. Yeah, it is really cool. I have a playlist on bearded dragons. There's a bunch of videos there. And then there's some blogs about it on my website. Oh, thanks for becoming a fan, Billy Studios. So if you guys haven't yet, you should go subscribe to Fire Lily because if you want to play video games with me, you're actually going to be able to get to do that starting like in a week from now. A week from now, I'm going to be live streaming Bless, and I'm also making a guild. And basically anybody that's, just going to play regularly and be nice is allowed to join the guild. So it'd be really cool. Plus, on Bless, they have a pet system, so you can actually tame a lot of the creatures in the game and make them your pet, which is like really, really cool. There's over 600. I think it's like 660. So I was thinking of making a prize for the person that collects all of them. Like whoever collects them all first, like making some sort of I was thinking like a gift basket or something like that for them. What animal do I want that I don't already have? Like I was saying earlier, I do want to get discus fish in the future. Hopefully I can one day. They're a pretty high maintenance fish. Oh man, you gave up on because of Tomb Raider? Well, you should try Bless. They took me out to San Francisco last weekend to try it, and the game looks so much fun. Like, I can't wait for it to come out. I got to play it for a while, for a couple of hours, and it was really cool, trying like the different characters and stuff. I still have 2 hedgehogs. Oh, bye, Paige. Thanks for chatting with us. Like Skyrim Online. Yeah, it's an MMO. I think it's going to be really cool. Oh my gosh, Crazy Animal Fan, you barely became a fan? You've been here for like an hour and you barely became a fan. What is wrong with you, Clark? You have 3 pygmy goats. That's pretty cool. Does anybody that's online right now play any kind of MMO or online game besides Owen? Pygmy goats are a breed of goat. They're small. They're like miniature goats. It's one of the breeds of miniature goats. Roblox. That's cool. I'm very new to the online world of gamers. Like, I mean, I have played different MMOs and stuff, but I haven't ever made any videos about games. So I'm very new to that. And the gaming community hasn't been exactly like, some of them haven't been welcoming. The people who I saw at the Bless Press event were awesome. A really good group of people. Online, though, a lot of people are really upset that I got picked as an emissary. So there's been that. But I'll tell you, the gaming community still has nothing on the pet community. I would say that like the pet community is way nastier than the gaming community. How are the puppies doing? Oh, they're doing great. They're so big. I think that Bruce is going to be bigger than Clark. Rowan's probably not going to be that big, but I haven't seen Sparky in a few weeks, but Sparky already weighs as much as Clark does. So he's, you know, only 6 months. And he's going to be a lot bigger than Clark. You love the game Ark right now? Yeah, I hadn't really seen too much of like the online, like I guess it's the social media part of online gaming. And so that has been an interesting introduction to the online, because I've been trying to keep up with what they say on Reddit and other videos and stuff like that. So it's been interesting. I haven't ever seen like the social media aspect of it, like that part of the gamers. Extinct animals exist and you can tame them. That's so cool. I haven't seen Sparky because I don't really leave my house much. If I can stay home, I do. So I haven't seen Sparky in weeks. I like to be a homebody. That's really cool. Can you like also ride them? Are they mounts? I would want to ride around on a dinosaur. That'd be cool. Had to put some corn to cook. Okay, somebody just came on here to spam their channel. I'm sure you'll be successful with that type of attitude. Okay, what do we have to do next? I'm so tired today. I will be right back. Okay, now I have some grapes to add to the food, but that's kind of time consuming because, well, I guess I could put it in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in here. Are you busy?
A little bit, tell me.
Oh, I just wanted to see if you had any time to cut sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I'll cut them. Okay.
Okay, thanks. What's my favorite pet that I own? I try not to pick favorites. Oh, thank you for inviting fans, Mystic.
How long do you need me to come?
You can do it now if you want.
Okay, let me just get something really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Everybody actually really likes grapes. The small animals like grapes. The parrots like grapes. I put grapes in for the bearded dragons too because Regal like never wants to drink water, so try to get him water any way I can. What happened, Owen? Dun dun dun. You didn't type that. Well, what? That's creepy. What do you mean you didn't type that? Oh, your monk parakeet loves grapes? I just learned that a few weeks ago that monk parakeets are Quaker parrots in America. My friend, one of my really good friends, is getting a Quaker parrot. That's going to be pretty cool. Oh, thank you. Love you too. I'm surprised I don't get more people coming to ask questions here because I get tons of people trying to message me on Instagram. It's like, this is when I can answer questions because it's easy to talk to you guys. Like, I couldn't be sitting down, you know, answering a ton of questions by typing. So you think more people would take advantage of it? This area is starting to get messy. Yeah, so you can see what it looks like. See all like the food and everything? It just starts getting really messy like the more I chop. How do you find a sugar glider for your lone sugar glider? That's kind of difficult. You want to try to... One second. So you never want to make a sugar glider live alone, but once they are alone, it's a little bit harder to introduce them. If it's a male, then you're going to need to get your male neutered and then introduce him to another neutered male or female. And then if it's a female, you can get a neutered male or another female sugar glider. I actually got a male and a female for my female sugar glider that was alone recently. Her companion passed away. So what I did is I just kept them basically kind of in the same cage, but they were separated by like a divider. And they were like that for about a month, really. And so they just get used to each other. And sugar gliders are real social. So as long as it's not two males that are intact and going to fight, they like company. So you just have to introduce them and everything will be okay. What vegetables are high in water and safe for bearded dragons? Cucumbers, grapes. Those are usually like the two that I use. I don't have any cucumbers today though. Yeah, lettuce could also be good. You just don't want it to be like your main vegetable. Just use it for the purpose of water, I guess. Yes. Okay, hold on. Can you fit in here? Or is that too close?
I'll come in a second.
Oh, you want the big knife? I'm like done using it. What?
Yeah.
Here you go. Jaime's gonna help me cut the sweet potatoes. And so I cut them into little squares and then I put them in the oven and cook them completely. And then that way they can go into the chop, but they don't get all squishy. And what else do you? Oh, hold on. Just two. And the animals really like the sweet potatoes in their chop. What's my current job? My job is YouTube. I also get paid through YouNow, but mainly it's YouTube. Like half of that. Knowing other animal people, if you're like me, you know exactly how to prepare food for hundreds of animals, but can't change your own species. Nappy? You mean your own diet? Oh, yeah, because you're from the UK, huh? You guys have weird words for stuff. That's funny. Nappy is diaper.
Oh. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm gonna go give this to Barry. He likes this part. It's the inside of the bell pepper.
Where can I put these?
I have a spare something like that. Like this side.
So smaller one?
Yeah, I thought I'm like half of that. Hello? Hey. I'm good, thanks. All right. Yeah, I'm live streaming. Bye. Do I have any horses? I have a couple of horses. I have Shakespeare, Rainbow, Pearl, Feather. I post about them on Instagram. My favorite slang in English, and so which means don't do that, Mom. We'll go chicken oriental. That's strange. That just sounds weird. Okay, so for the bearded dragons, it's not really too many different things right now. Like I said, I haven't gone to the grocery store with everything that's been going on in my family. But there's zucchini, carrots. I think this is red-headed lettuce or something like that. And then grapes. What's been going on? Well, my grandmother was in the hospital on Saturday night, and then she passed away on Sunday, so that's what's been going on over here. And I've been helping my mom with all of the funeral arrangements and all of that. But so that's then going out of town right before that. So I haven't been able to be like live streaming, and I've been trying to keep up with uploading videos, but it's been pretty hard. Do I have a puppy? I have two puppies, two corgi puppies. Oh, I'm sorry about your cousin. I hope he's going to be okay. Yes, I do have rabbits. I have a playlist on rabbits too, so you can check that out on my channel. Okay, thanks so much. I think I'm just leaving the corner of that now. Thanks so much. Oh, he's on life support? I'm sorry. Oh, if he catches a cold. Yeah, that is really scary. I'm sorry to hear that, Owen. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining me for this really long live stream. I don't know if I'll get to live stream anymore this week. We'll see how it goes. But I will be live streaming the game next week. I think it comes out on Monday. I think that's the day. I have it written down. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to end it now because I pretty much have finished making chop, and now I got to clean up all this stuff. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.